Hi guys, welcome to bekibtarot. My name is Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant, energy reader. So hello, welcome to the channel or welcome back. I'm going to do a quick collective read. I was going to do twin flame, but I feel called to collective. So please, if this resonates, like and subscribe. It helps the channel to grow, helps our energies to connect, so more of my visions and readings will resonate with you. JP, I sent off, you were the winner. I sent off your cards this morning, so you should be receiving those soon. Well, not just yet, but because you're all the way in New Zealand, but they're on their way to you. Yeah, so let's just crack on. Collective energy, please, spirit. Oh, what? Oh, they want moonology first. Collective, please. Okay, so the finish line is in sight. That's what I'm seeing. So show the world the real you, meditate and contemplate, but that's balance. And then we have a new romantic cycle begins. Underlying energy is surrender to the divine. Overlying energy is a fiery climax approaches. So, you know me, I tend to channel for like connections that are in separation mainly, twin flames and all of that shenanigan. Seems to be what I connect with and what spirit uses me for. We have a connection here that so they both kind of had the same shadows, but they like appear in physical form slightly differently, so they were mirroring each other. Basically, one of the key things, these two might have had a whole like fumble. I'm seeing, like, you know, if you roll over each other like on the floor, like flipping each other over, rolling over, like that was going on. I'm seeing 3, so that could be 3 years, that could be 3 months, fucking 3 weeks, doesn't feel long enough, but whatever. But the number 3 is coming through there, and it's been a journey. And basically what the main factor in all of this is showing the world the real you. So it's showing up in different, I feel the feminine energy, what was required was to be open and vulnerable, and roll with that, like, and having that balance. So being vulnerable in the connection and having that balance of not, like, I'm seeing like it feels like bipolar energy, like it's up and then it's down, it's up, and that's because there was healing that needed doing. And same on the masculine side. So check this, the masculine 313 on the timer, then the masculine also needed to learn how to be vulnerable and show his feminine, the real him. But there's a big thing about being authentic externally. So I feel like the feminine energy has no problem being authentic externally to friends, family, people. Like, she's kind of mastered that. But what was required was being true, honest, vulnerable and authentic in the relationship, in this connection. So not getting defensive and upset and pretending not to care, you know, being true to herself. And then the masculine also needed to learn how to be honest, open, vulnerable with feminine, but his main factor was being the real him externally. So if he's in love with his feminine, there's a whole cycle and shadow work that needed to be done, like not wearing a mask about the feminine, like, yeah, I love her, she's my one, like she's my partner, like not portraying not to care. Does that make sense? That's what's coming through anyway. And then we have the next card, it says meditate and contemplate, but it's like a massive I'm seeing balance, like that equal energy. It's just free flowing, but it's equal and balanced. So that was required here. So these two may have been fumbling, like I said, for quite some time as they do this shadow work, as they learn. And so not only did they have to kind of give over, learn to be the real them and learn to balance themselves, but they also had to surrender, because that whole ego and kind of putting on a front, like the feminine putting on a front to the masculine, then the masculine putting on the front to the feminine, as well as external people. It's been a wild ride, but we have a fiery climax approaches here. And then a new romantic cycle. So we have the balance. There's those scales that are balanced completely equally. And that new cycle is beginning. So let's do, I'm going to leave those out. So what else? Oh, honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of the holiday time together. So we are moving heading towards Christmas. So they could both really come together around Christmas time and really enjoy that together. Back in that like honeymoon phase of like the beginning of trying again and getting back together. Oh, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning. It's just confirmation there. Oh, everything. And then we have new love. A new person has stirred up your romantic feelings. So I do believe it feels more like a new love. Like this is new now. This has been shifted. This has been changed. This is like, it feels like a new love because they've both grown and changed, healing family issues. And then we have the flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy. Deception and free yourself. Look, both wearing masks. So basically they're freeing themselves from the mask. That's literally it. And deceiving themselves and people around them. That's so, and that was what was required for this connection to thrive. Learning how to just not wear a mask with each other, be open, be honest, be vulnerable, no lies, no deception. Look, give the relationship a chance. None of that. Also with other people, like stop making out like thingy that you don't care to other people, and like if you're going to be committed and give this relationship what it deserves, then you have to follow through with that. You can't be like, I'm dedicated to my partner and then talking shit and thingy with other people. That's just never going to work, is it? Forgiving and learning. I think both of them. So we have under that was finances and career and getting to know each other. So they both may be working through through aspects of their foundation, and that's what they might have been focused on, and that's what they'll be doing. But as we shift through to Christmas time, we have a form of reconciliation here. We have things balancing out and people learning how to be vulnerable. Yeah, it's time to disconnect from the world, really disconnecting from other people and just kind of focusing on each other. And then they want me to reshuffle and pull on Moonology. So what happens after that then? Or what else do you want to let us know? I heard the foundation shift, another card that shows scales. So this could be also, I'm getting that whole, maybe they both struggled with balancing all aspects of their life. So when they come together, they're just all about each other and not managing to focus, like to balance careers and hobbies and this and that, like 818 on the time, like in a balanced way. Like if you're in a relationship, you can't just fuck off out all the time with your friends. You know, your priority should be with your family or your relationship. But yes, you should be balanced to be able to see your friends and have, you know, social time or whatever. Like, obviously, same with work. You should be working, juggling, balancing that, but it shouldn't be you just ignore your partner and you just go to work, come back and ignore your partner. Like, come on. Yeah, so it's learning how to balance all of that. You are good enough, don't let the past hold you back. A personal issue reaches resolution. I believe this was their shadows. Both not feeling good enough for each other. That coming out, mirroring, reflecting it back at each other, and then carnage, and then sabotage, and then this and that, and wearing masks. But it's being resolved. And I think all that it required to be resolved was just being honest. Like, and feeling safe. And learning how to express when you're feeling that way. Like, look, it's not the other person's fault, but being like, I'm feeling really insecure at the moment, so it's fine. Like, obviously you're allowed to go out with your friends, but please understand I'm feeling really insecure at the moment, and I'm struggling. So I'm letting you know that in case if I seem like I'm being off or snappy or thing, it's because I'm struggling. So the other person knows, and then the other person should be like, okay, that's completely fine, thank you for telling me. And then say they do go out, they go out with their friends, but they make sure they can text and check in with their partner and tell them, you know, I'm going to be home this time. Like, they're not just fucked off out for 7-8 hours and haven't dropped a message. Like, if their partner's feeling a bit insecure in a certain kind of way at the moment, and then maybe choosing to do the thing, go out with friends, but not back and come home a little earlier so they can get into bed and spend time. But like, that's just working together, yeah, against the shadow rather than fighting and throwing each other's shadows at each other. And then a win-win forecast, a win-win outcome is forecast. Let me have a clarifier on that. So that's that balance. Like I said, again, everything's just balancing out. Confidence is key. Being confident in themselves and each other in this relationship. Confident that the other person does love them and isn't going anywhere. And then nothing is set in stone. Okay, so that is confirmation that, I think that's life, isn't it? You have to ride the waves and move, but what is required and what is needed the whole time is to communicate. Your hard work is paying off. And that card's quite dark. That's the deep shadow work they've both been doing. It's about riding the waves, but just riding together. Nothing's perfect. Take time to breathe out. I think it's been a journey and a half, and when these two can learn to, 11:11 on time then. When these two can learn to communicate like this, they'll see a big shift. Luck is on your side. Like, the divine is really trying. You are good enough again. It does want this connection to come together and work. Like, they are helping and doing the best they can. But obviously it requires people to be genuine, take off the mask, authentic and vulnerable. Which I do believe these two are going to. It's hard because it feels like this is like it's really, really deep wounds that had them wearing masks and pretending this, but it's also, I think it takes, you know, it depends on what you're carrying, issues from childhood, but sometimes it takes a long time to learn, like, the simplest things. Some people don't bat an eyelid at. Like, I've got loads of fucking childhood issues and whatever that I'm always trying to work through. And sorry, I won't bore you with a long story, but I've never actually really been loved, like, properly, like, felt the love that I give to my children and my partners when I'm with them. I've never been made to feel like that, and it makes me sad. And so it took me a long time to realise, you know, certain people I shouldn't give all of that to. I need to just give it to myself, and the right person will. But also, because I've had so many abandonment issues, every time I'm with someone and I really love them, I'm just convinced they're going to leave. So because I'm convinced they're going to leave, when they do one thing wrong, I'm like, just go, because I think they're going to leave me anyway. So it's like, just go then. It's like such a defence thing, and I get so stressed out with it. So yeah, that's just an example. You know, we're all here working for our shadows. I've had a whole ascension, can have all these gifts, work with spirit guides, and even I am here struggling. Like, it is hard. It's hard out here, guys. So yeah, this is it, really. It's been a tough journey. I'm gonna use my third eye now and see what I see. But I'm seeing, like, you know, like if someone's like, and they blow their hair up, like, I think I seen Aladdin. I don't know what. I saw Aladdin in a vision yesterday, I think it was, or the other day. He's like, and his hair goes up. That's what it feels like when they both come back together. It's like, so, like, it's been so hard, but they both feel like they've grown so much and are so different. And I think it's really just starting to appreciate each other. I mean, that's what's key, isn't it? If your partner doesn't appreciate you, then how are you going to build that foundation? If you don't feel appreciated, it's just too hard, isn't it? But that communication is what's needed, I think. It's just always about the communication. Okay, let me see. So there's that finish line. So I can see the feminine's just jogging. She's got good pace. It's there, and she knows she's going to make it. She's like, well, there it is. I've done all the hard work. And just as she kind of gets near towards the finish line, she looks left, and her masculine's there. And she's like, what the fuck? Like, I just ran this whole marathon all by myself, working through my shit, thinking about you. Just I'm about to go over the finish line. There you are. It's almost insulting. Her ego comes up a bit then. But then she gets emotional and overwhelmed. I can see tears are building up, because then it's that whole, like, she makes it through. They both go through at the same time, and she's welling up. because it's such a confusing energy. It's like, you're the only person in the world that I would want to cross that finish line with. But at the same time, you've caused me so much pain. You're the only reason I was running this damn marathon. Like, that's what it feels like. They're both like, you know, when you're bent over holding your knees, like they're both out of breath and tired and drained. And I feel like the feminine's she's fought for so long, and she's really took a step back, like learned how to just leave the masculine to it and surrender the connection. And he's like, should we get a coffee? And she's like, yes. It's like that masculine has been scared for the whole length of this marathon just to ask something like that, to get things moving again. And this feminine has just wanted for so long for this masculine just to ask for a date, just to ask for something, like. And so they're both just like, don't know what to do with each other. And he's like, should we go for coffee? It's like, yeah. Oh, it's so cute. It's so adorable. It feels so sweet. So then they're just like, fuck off. They're like, fuck this marathon. Like, fuck this. We did it. And then I can see it's like snow, so it's like Christmas. It feels like Christmas vibe. And they're sat just talking in a coffee shop. But it feels, the feminine gets like hit with a moment when she's talking of like, this is crazy. This doesn't feel like, he's never ever spoke to me like this. Like, he's opening up with me. He's taking an interest in me, like asking me questions and talking. Like, it feels like a completely different person, but like still them, obviously, but for the better. And then the masculine is having this realization of, oh my god, all it took was me to just put my guard down. Look at how well we get on. Like, look at how well we are. And it's so cute. Like I said, it's snowing outside. I think they're having like hot chocolates or coffee or whatever, and it's like gingerbread man. It's such a Christmas vibe. I love it. But it just feels home. That's what it feels like. It feels like home. And I think that'll be it. They'll enjoy the holiday time together and learn a lot. And then they'll just move forward now out of that horrific long journey. But it's like one of them ones where it's been so long, but the second they're out that finish line together, it's like nothing. It's like it never happened, but it's just like it wasn't, that's in the past, like done, gone. But it was so torrentious and long going through it. But because they're just at the finish line together, it doesn't matter. It's like, whatever, we've learned. So that's lovely. I'm going to finish on that note. If you are interested in private reading, info's in the box down below. And in the meantime, I send you so much love and light. Bye.